Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on basically The Flash as well as most of the DC TV CW shows for this season, as well they decided to release something pretty interesting, which isn't too surprising. I guess some of it could be surprising because we hadn't really got any hints or anything at it over the past couple of weeks of filming for these new seasons. However, they decided to release them because it is on the eve of Comic-Con. Technically, Comic-Con does start tonight. There's a small preview night for a couple of hours, but that's really just for press and I guess some people that really want to go. I'm not going. Tomorrow is when it starts. I'll be going tomorrow because I think that's the best day to go, because all the stuff that's shown on the preview night is shown throughout the event anyway. So I think you just have to be a bit excited or extremely desperate to want to go and see it all right now. Anyway, but let's move on to the meat and potatoes of this video. So they decided to, as I said, release something pretty interesting on the eve of Comic-Con. All the panels for these shows aren't until Saturday, so it's not really the eve of when they'll be at Comic-Con, but it's the eve of the event starting. But they showed all the new suits, or at least the new suit upgrades for all the main heroes. So some of them don't have new suits, but every suit that got upgraded, they decided to show us right here. So yeah, some of them are interesting, some of them are very interesting, and then some of them are just, well, expected. So the first one that was expected to be changed is, of course, the Flash suit, so we'll go over that first. So as you can see here, it is just the suit that we had last season. It's literally the exact same suit, except they decided to add some gold lines, which we already knew from a couple of days ago because we got that little picture of a leg or something like that which showed it, and obviously that was non-existent last year. In some of these shots you will see, by the way, these are from Entertainment Weekly. I will leave the link to the big I don't know what you call it, collage of photos, if you want to call it, in the description down below if you want to go see them for yourself on your own screen. But the Flash suit is basically the same apart from these little gold lines and stuff. Now, the thing that a lot of people might be wondering about, and I think it's the thing that it probably popped into a lot of people's heads when they first saw these, is why isn't there a new headpiece? Why isn't that existent in these photos? And the main reason for that is that they wanted to show his face. That was the main reason. I think it's actually pretty obvious that that's the reason they did it, because they did a big lineup shot, which I'll show later on in the video, which is all their heads, and if he was the only one wearing the headpiece, it'd be weird. Even there's a Batwoman shot, and there's even a Green Arrow shot where they don't have their respective masks or cowls or whatever. So that's the reason they're not showing it here. I guess it's also a relief, just because it might be better to show it in motion than maybe some angles which maybe they might not be the biggest fans of. So I'm not too shocked that they didn't put in here, but I know people will be curious as to why it isn't there. Now, in regards to other changes from it, I really can't see any. If you do see any minor changes apart from the gold detailing and stuff like that, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I think it's basically the same. The boots look the same. Everything about it looks the same. It still has that I guess you could call it odd padding that it has on the legs and some bits of the arms. But overall, the Flash suit basically looks the exact same for the most part, apart from that gold detailing. The big change is obviously going to be that headpiece. How is that going to look? That's I think the thing that a lot of people are wondering about, and it's going to be interesting to see how that eventually looks. We'll probably see it in the trailer, if anything, but we know that he does wear the season 5 suit, the old one, or the one from last season in the first episode. So it seems like he's going to get this suit right at the end of episode 1. Whether it's a new creation from Cisco or something like that, we'll have to wait and see. But that's what it seems like. That seems like that's when this new suit will appear in the episode. But now we'll move on to Arrow. Now, Arrow probably has the most interesting and unexpected one, because I'm actually super excited by. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool that they actually did that. So Arrow's suit, as you can tell, it's basically the way I've worded it. It's a mix of old and new. It's just classic Arrow mixed with new Arrow just put together. Obviously, he's not wearing his headpiece or mask, but you can see that has a hood on the back of it. And we'll jump into why it has a hood in a second. Why the hood's there at least, and that. But obviously, he's not wearing it because, similar to the Flash as well as Batwoman, they're not going to put them in their mask when they want all of them to all their faces to be displayed. But in regards to his suit, it's basically the season 1, 2, and 3 suit mixed with what we've had over the past season. So it's not the exact same thing. It's not like he's got that old suit and melded it with a new suit, but that's the design of it. So it's like that old Leanne New hood, or the shadow hood, if you want to call it, that he wore in seasons 1, 2, and 3, mixed with stuff that we've seen of late. Now, we obviously got suit teasers on social media, which look like they're going to be a new Green Arrow suit, even though the guy said it wasn't going to be Oliver's new suit. So that's going to be someone else's suit, whether it's Connor Hawke, maybe Mia or something like that, or some other Earth's Green Arrow. We don't know what they're doing this season with Arrow, because it's so all over the joint, because last season's finale basically felt like a series finale. So who knows, like this, that's why I've said this season's basically like a wild card, because they can basically do anything, and I think it would make sense because of how last season ended. So we already know episode 1's going to be a bit crazy because of all those characters coming back, but with this new suit, it just gets me excited. We know that he's wearing like a actual face mask. He's not going to be like last season where he wasn't wearing a mask. He had like grease paint, well, not grease paint, but like the raccoon eyes that they put around people's eyes, so when they put on a mask, it looks completely dark and stuff. So he's going to be wearing that. So I'm excited to see what they do this season, and this suit sort of represents that, where it looks like we are going to get a mix of the old and the new in this season, with the old characters coming back, as well as them possibly pushing forward with what we saw last season, the flash forwards. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but we'll have to wait and see what they do there. Like this shot here from the back with the Green Arrow suit, you can see the hood there just laying back. It looks like a really thin hood as well, basically like what the season 1 suit was. Now, obviously, as I said before, it's not the same hood that he had with the Shadow suit or the season 1 to 3 suit. But it's still going to look fairly similar, and you think that's what they're going for at least. Now we move on to like the final 3 things. This is probably the final one that we're going to spend the most time on. That's the Supergirl suit. Now, the weird thing about this, like this was a new photo shoot where they show a new Flash suit and a new Arrow suit. Now, Supergirl's in this shoot, but she's wearing her old suit. Now, we know that she gets a new suit for this season. I don't know why they did this. Maybe they did. I'm guessing they did this photo shoot maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and they weren't too sure when it was going to be released, or they weren't too sure whether they were going to release that new shot of the Supergirl suit that we'll look at in a second. So maybe that's why she's wearing the old suit here. I don't know. She's got the same hairstyle, so I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but yeah, so in this one she's just doing some typical breaking out of stuff, but with the new suit, as you can see here, it has pants, so it's basically what was like in the comics. A lot of people refer to it as like the Injustice one. She's wore it in other stories outside of Injustice, but a lot of people just due to the video game and stuff like that would know that Supergirl has pants in that or like a full suited thing. There's like no skirt or anything, like no like cheerleader skirt, I guess, that people refer her to. So she has pants, so it's a cool looking suit. There's been a lot of I guess debate about which one's better. I prefer the one with pants because I always thought the cheerleader skirt was like, it's like the classic one, I guess, but it sort of looks a bit silly. Like no one would, I think, legitimately wear that. So I think the pants one is the better one to go with. You can tell by how like the capes there and stuff that it is the inspiration is taken from the Superman suit in that universe. And even I guess you could say like the Mon-El suit as well, even though Mon-El's suit was just a like reverse colored version of the Superman suit anyway. So let's just say it's based off the Superman suit. I think it looks good. It has like some different insignia everywhere. It's hard to tell from these photos, so it will be interesting to see how it is when the show actually comes out. But yeah, so Supergirl has a new suit, but for some reason they decided to not show it in this photo shoot for a couple of reasons which we are unaware of. Now, they did have like some photos of both Batwoman and White Canary because they wanted to focus on, showcase the Legends of Tomorrow show as well as the Batwoman show. But we've seen all this. It's not an upgraded White Canary suit. It's the exact same suit. And the Batwoman suit, it's just a couple of new like poses, but once again, similar to Arrow and Flash, she's not wearing her cowl or mask or whatever you want to call it. Now, as I was saying before, they did do like a group shot sort of thing, which basically just showcased them all there, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, we don't know necessarily what they're going to do at Comic-Con in regards to Crisis. That's like one of the big, I guess, questions or talking points is like, what are they going to do there in regards to that? I'd expect something, if the Monitor showed, like the guy that plays the Monitor is there, I'd expect something cool like that. He might even do like a whole like Loki or even like Stephen Amell did in I think season 4 where they come out in their suit, so the Monitor could do that, maybe do a monologue. The Monitor monologue, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know, they might do something like that. But it will be, as I said, Comic-Con starts technically tonight, but really starts tomorrow. But we don't get all the Arrowverse stuff until Saturday American time, and like it's Saturday evening as well, late afternoon to evening as well. So there's a while until the trailers come out and more information in regards to this. But there could be stuff in the next couple of days because they're still going to be filming. I think there's still going to be filming going on because I think they only fly down really maybe that Friday evening or maybe Saturday morning for the event. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cool things shown in regards to all these shows. But it was cool to get these little teasers, like I guess they wanted to show the Flash suit at least, just to show people that there is some sort of improvement. But there's always going to be those questions going forward about the cowl and why it's not there. Sorry. Now they did also do a video with EW. I'm not going to show it in this video because I just don't want to stretch it out for the sake of it. But I will leave a link in the description down below where they do talk about their shows upcoming, their shows upcoming season. Sorry. Not in a lot of detail. Sometimes they're just talking about the suit. But in case like Batwoman, I think in Arrow as well, they like talk about the history of the show and also where the show is going as well. But I will leave that link in the description down below if you want to go check it. But yeah, that's it guys. If you enjoyed the video, you're just excited from seeing these, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video to show your support. Leave in the comment section down below which of these like new suits, if there is a new suit, is your favorite, which ones are you disappointed in, and like, you know, where would you also improve it going forward. But yeah, I'd prefer just to hear which one you like the best. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you later guys. Goodbye.